The creator of the modern Army Combatives program, Matt Larson, says the defining characteristic of a warrior is the willingness to close with the enemy. Well, the Army thinks so too and wants to instill that warrior ethos in every American soldier. This is some of the toughest and most important training the Army has to offer. Critical hand-to-hand combat that's being used every day in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Combatives is the single best thing to train warriors.
This is the U.S. Army Combatives School. Its mission, train each and every soldier the art of modern hand-to-hand combat.
What we're really trying to do is institutionalize the idea of realistic combatives training in units. We train the level 3 and 4 courses, and through those we send instructors out around the Army who can not only teach the level 1 and 2 courses, but they can also direct the training in their units.
Combatives is now a part of Army doctrine and required training for every soldier, no matter what their MOS.
Well, it's important to remember that combatives has to be for every soldier. You know, combatives isn't like Pathfinder. You can't say, well, we have a combative situation. Where's that guy in Charlie Company that's really good at it? It has to be for everyone.
The program is comprised of the best techniques from a variety of the fighting arts, and the training is designed to be simple yet effective to learn and use.
Basic boxing, basic kickboxing, basic wrestling, and grappling with some, with chokes and arm locks, joint manipulation, stuff like that. We also get in the weapons a little bit so that they can defend themselves, and that they know that, hey, the weapon is how you're going to finish the fight.
The combatives program really has 2 portions. The first one is generic skill development. So these are the things that every soldier needs to know. Now, the second portion of the program is taking those generic fighting skills and putting them in the context of their missions.
Army Combatives has never been more relevant or needed than it is on today's battlefield. It's being used in so many ways and proving to be worth more than its weight in gold.
I did 2 years in Iraq with the 101st, and in all that time, between things happening outside, riots, crowd control, raiding buildings as a platoon leader, we used physical force 100 times more than we discharged our weapons. So it's essential. It's probably more important than marksmanship, realistically.
Not only will it save lives, all right, but in certain situations, all right, you can control a situation to where bad things won't happen. I mean, hey, if you can't control a combative situation, what are you gonna do? Hey, my life's in danger. Pop, pop, and you know what? Somebody might have died when they weren't supposed to. Okay, but if you can control the situation, things like that won't happen.
The cadre here takes the lessons learned directly from the battlefield and puts them right back into the program to keep the training up to date and effective for the fight.
We do post-action interviews with guys who get in fights on the battlefield, and I've got almost 900 documented fights now. And we take the lessons from those fights and roll them right back into the curriculum. It's lessons learned from the battlefield by soldiers from around the Army.
Another important aspect of modern Army combatives are the intangibles that soldiers gain, like confidence and mental toughness.
Not quitting. What it feels like to get hit in the face and keep going. This is what it's like to be in a fight, so that the first time they go on a battlefield isn't the first time they've done it. How to train that safely without injuring a soldier is probably the most valuable thing about the course.
Pound for pound, the modern Army Combatives program is the most effective way to instill the warrior ethos in each and every soldier, and it's the perfect lethal and non-lethal weapon for today's fight.
I think it's important to say that combatives probably is the single most important warrior task for promoting the Army values. It's very easy to stand in a formation and recite, "I will not quit, I will not accept defeat." When a guy's got you in an armbar or he's going for a triangle choke, cutting off the blood to your brain, "I will not accept defeat" takes on a whole new meaning, and that's something important for people to learn.
Everybody got it?
Modern Army Combatives training is not only required for every American soldier, but it's crucial and life-saving since so much of today's fight is taking place in urban terrain.